First things that I noticed is that the series has got a lot more horny. There is a lot of fucking going on.
Oh, okay.
In this season right here, man. I guess the bright side is that there's not an episode where somebody's fucking a pig. You know, like, I mean, that's how we opened the first series, man.
Right.
You know. I've always told you on every show how much I love all the merchandise that we have here on doubletoasted.com. I'm sorry, no. Go to dtmerch.com and you see all the different wares that we have there. We got the sweaters, the shirts. You can find all the other items there on dtmerch.com also. And let's go ahead and get into our review. As I said, a lot of people have been asking me about the Black Mirror. Now, it's a show that's caught on in popularity with each season. They have 4 of them now, Martin.
No. I think I missed one.
You think you missed one of them? Well, Martin, go back and watch that before you watch this season. And I mean it because you have to do that for a particular reason.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you why when we get into it. Now, with this being season 4, you know, a lot of people say that, hey, you know, it's a great series, great concept. They've had some room for improvement. So you're thinking 4 seasons later, they got it all worked out. And here's the thing about Black Mirror that I really, really love about it. Because I am an admirer of what people consider, some people, not everybody, but some people consider a dying form of storytelling, the anthology series.
Sure.
Can't make no money off of that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make money off of it. It's hard to keep viewers or readers.
Yeah, because people want consistent characters. They want, you know, consistent stories, developing stories. You don't get that with an anthology series. You know, it changes all the time. I love that myself because I'm a big fan of The Twilight Zone. But a lot of people say, well, you know, that was then. That shit don't fly here. Not today. Not in 2017. Not going in 2018. Kids got too much of a short attention span for that. That's the thing that I love about Black Mirror. Black Mirror has found a way to actually bring the anthology back because they've done it by making it relevant. You know, like The Twilight Zone, it plays on our dreams and fears by showing us a future and a fantasy and the worlds that they inhabit that are uncomfortable because they kind of reflect on. And this time with this series that's centering on tech that supposedly is supposed to make our life better, but not always with the best long-time results. And, you know, the kids love the tech. You know, and it's, like I said, it's supposed to make our life better. And they say, we don't give a fuck where this goes. As long as I got my phone. And this series says your phone might not be your friend. It might not be as convenient as you think it is. So, as the new year promises even more technological advancements, Martin, let's go ahead and take a look at the ways it will also probably fuck us up. And we're going to do that by looking at this trailer for Black Mirror 2014. I'm sorry, 2014. Season 4. New technology. We're going back in time.
I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
You know, looking at this, you see that there is a lot of, first of all, just crazy imagery going on with this. You don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to put the pieces together. That's a good thing, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. One of the first things that I noticed is that the series has got a lot more horny. There is. You saw the first two episodes.
Yeah.
You haven't even scratched the surface, man. There is a lot of fucking going on.
Oh, okay.
In this season right here, man. You know, looking at this, I think there's only one episode where people are not having sex. Now, there are plenty of episodes where people get fucked.
That's probably all of them.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. And you know, and it might be a grim future, but it hasn't stopped people from having a whole lot of sex with each other.
Well, of course not.
I guess the bright side is that there's not an episode where somebody's fucking a pig. You know, like, I mean, that's how we opened the first series, man.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't get to that level. There's no bestiality or anything like that. And you haven't seen that episode? That was the one that got everybody into Black Mirror. The episode where a guy had to have sex with a pig.
Wasn't the president or prime minister?
I won't even say. I'm not going to say anything about it. Y'all just have to watch. I'm tired of y'all talking about I'm spoiling things. Got me scared. Now,
Oh, no. I'll be scared of them.
as we get into it, the agenda for this is that I'm going to tell you as little as possible because it is best to go into this hardly knowing anything, hardly knowing any details because they take a lot of twists and turns. We're going to tell you the genre that each one of these falls in and also the technological theme of each one because that's what, again, this series is known for. And those things play a huge part in how you watch the series. Now, speaking of genres, the reason why it's important to label these genres, because that's one of the things that I admire about this, is that it does tackle so many different forms of storytelling here. This thing goes from thrillers to comedies to even a nod to horror. And that's great to have that there. That's one of the reasons why I love a good anthology is able to tackle different genres, I think.
Sure.
Twilight Zone did that. Twilight Zone tackled anything from science fiction to horror to fantasy.
To comedy sometimes.
To comedy sometimes. And that's great. Now, you haven't seen 2 episodes. I will warn you now, Martin, that is also a drawback, sir.
Okay.
Because one of the drawbacks to this having so many genres, I think, is that they sacrifice the feeling that some of this could be plausible. You know, the being that it tackles different genres, it has more of a true science fiction feel. Mm-hmm. Where Black Mirror, the hook of it was that we were always kind of 1 foot in reality. You know, whether it was something as simple as a guy being forced to have sex with an animal because he was being framed by social media, or it's technology that doesn't exist yet but feels like it could.
Right, like it's only a few years away.
Yeah. This really goes into some technology that maybe it'd be possible one day, but some of it really does lean on the fantastic. Again, nothing wrong with that, but I think it's taken away from the strength of what the series was all about. And in order to watch this, you really do need to put them in a certain order.
Oh, really?
I think so. Because
okay.
For one, you need to put them in order of quality. Because what I'm going to do is I'm also going to rank my worst episodes.
Okay, from this season or from all of it?
No, hell no. We'll be here till 2018. Okay. No. But for this season, I'm going to rank it from worst to best, in my opinion.
Okay.
And it's not only just quality.
I'm curious, just in as much as what I've been reading online before I even started it, was mixed opinions on the series.
I think it's like any season that...
It's the problem with any anthology.
Yeah.
The problem with anthologies is that it seems almost impossible to keep the quality on every story at the same level.
Yeah. Another reason why is because you don't need to walk away from this feeling suicidal, man.
Okay.
You really don't. I mean, there's some you need to just get the fuck out the way from the very beginning. The first one being Crocodile. Now, the genre for this is thriller. And
okay.
The tech commentary here is memory capture, which leads to invasion of privacy.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you right now that please get this one out the way first, because it might make some of you mad. And also because I think it's the weakest one.
This accesses your memories of what happened. I don't care what you do in your own time. Private stuff is private stuff.
Now, what really bothers me about this is that, and Martin, you said you saw some of this, right?
Yeah, I saw at least half of it.
Half of it.
So, maybe a little
so
bit
you
more.
went through 2.5 of
yes,
the shows. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw this, but I thought this started out with a lot of promise because, for one, the tech commentary that's on this, it's not only about how it's an invasion of privacy, but that leads into like a nice murder mystery because they talk about how the technology can backfire in tragic ways. And I was looking at this and the way they set this up as kind of a murder mystery, it's kind of a procedural too. And I was like, all right, y'all gone kind of Hitchcock with this. I like this. I know I sound like a fucking film snob right now, but
no, it's funny because I started watching these after watching a good chunk of a Law and Order marathon. So it just felt like I was watching another episode.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
But you know what I liked about it is that I don't know if you saw this or if you would agree, but I felt like it had even a little bit of Fargo going on in there. And I thought, Martin, like, yeah, there's snow everywhere. But besides that, besides just being cold, they had a character that reminded me of a character from the series Fargo.
Well, there's some thick accents going on because there was a while in the beginning I couldn't make out what anybody was saying. I was having to turn my speakers up. I was like, is something Is it tracking off on this?
Yeah, I know. Now this is the point where I would mutter to myself, "Dumb motherfucking." But I actually had to. I'm so glad you said that because I did turn on the subtitles. Man, I kept rewinding trying to hear what they were saying. And I was just like, man, fuck this. I pride myself in being able to understand the accents and everything, and I was like, I don't understand what they're talking about. But I thought it was a good murder mystery at the beginning.
Sure.
What happened here was you haven't got to the part where it gets extremely dark, man, which I don't mind. There have been some episodes where they are dark. That's no exception here. It's kind of known for that. But this gets to a point where I felt very depressed watching this, man. And it made me angry because it felt like they were doing it because it does have a twist, but the twist ain't as clever as they think it is. In fact, I would even say it's kind of cheesy. They have two of them. And I say, you know what? What you did was you thought of the twist first and then formed the story around that. And it felt like the darkness that it went to here was just to center around the twist and just for the sake of being dark.
Okay.
It really didn't feel like it justified the story more than it just meant to be like, look, we are not afraid to go there. And it does. It does. I mean, I'll give it to them for being bold enough to do what they do, but please get this out the way first because you're gonna be on a high on one of the episodes, and then you're gonna get to this. It's gonna be like, man, fuck this. Okay. I mean, if we going from me being happy to suicidal, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. That's the way I felt. I was like, don't get me all happy and excited and get it for this, and then fucking come up here and like depress me like you did. And the big reason why, I mean, they to be honest with you, they do something in there that is something I don't like and can ruin a movie for me or a story if I feel like it's just not absolutely justified. But also, the concept they did better in season 1 with the entire history of You, that episode.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I thought that was a theme that was tackled, with much better results in that episode. That leads me to one that I don't think is a bad episode. In fact, I think there are parts of it that are brilliant, but it's lacking in other areas, and that is Metalhead. Metalhead, the genre for that is the post-apocalyptic action, and the tech commentary is fear of robots and artificial intelligence. Now, watching this, it works better on a technical level because really it's just a great action short. It's almost like the Terminator. It's a clever spin on it.
Yeah, everything you just said sounded like the Terminator.
It's like what the Terminator Salvation should have been.
Okay.
Which is 40 minutes long.
Anyone? Hello? If I don't make it back, I've always loved you all.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. On the technical side of things, this one I think is the best. I'm not talking about with special effects or anything, but I'm just talking about how everything works together. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but there is an antagonist in this that's relentless, sort of like a Terminator in a way, but a great spin on it. And the way they film this handheld makes it just feel like it's a natural part of the environment, which when this thing is hunting people down, it feels real.
Okay.
I mean, seriously real. And because it also reflects some things that we've already seen happening right now. This is one of those few episodes where it's out there, but it feels like something that could happen pretty soon. And everything that Elon Musk has been talking about, he's going to look at this and be like, I told you motherfuckers to leave that alone. Google, stop it. Plus, it's filmed in black and white. It's capturing the apocalyptic nature of this. Like, it's a cold, harsh world that they're in right now. And it captures that. And also the sound in this, man. A lot of it doesn't have music. And just the sound of something crunching leaves and scraping on things is amazing in this, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the sound engineering is top notch in this. It's great because it moves fast since it's 40 minutes long, which makes it the shortest one out of this.
Yeah, I was going to say
series.
most of them have been 58 minutes.
Some of them have been over an hour if it's a special episode. This is probably one of the short episodes they've had in any season. But also because it's so short and moves so fast, it's lacking in character a little bit.
Okay.
So it's just telling you, watch out for this technology, go. And that's kind of it. So, a lot of episodes have given us some great character development, a lot of emotion. This doesn't really do that. And in the end of it is trying to like pull some heartstrings at you, but it's like, oh, get the fuck out of here. We did it for this.
No.
That's what you know. It even makes you say, "Well, that's what you get." It just makes you say, "You stupid sons of bitches." I was feeling sorry for y'all. Now you would do it. This is what you out here for? Man, fuck you. You deserve what you get. But
Okay, well, I guess I'll skip this one.
yeah, you got those two out the way.
Right.
Those are the dark, grim ones right there. We get into the one that's gonna make you pull the gun out your mouth now. This one is Hang the DJ. This is actually a sci-fi rom-com. And the tech theme of that is dating apps. I like this because this is where we start to get to the brighter side of things here. It's still something that talks about what is possibly an oppressive technology, but this one is a little more lighthearted.
I mean, are we just meant to go at it?
Define go at it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Coach, is this a mistake?
Everything happens for a reason.
And that is Hang the DJ. Yeah, that's the episode title right there. And the thing about Hang the DJ, which is at my number 4, and again, ranking these from worst to best, this is not a bad episode.
Okay.
It's not. In fact, I would say that it's an enjoyable episode. You know, it's not too heavy-handed. It's not trying to be too hard with this message, even though we get what they're trying to say, that, you know, this world of online dating, while it's cool and more accepted now, it can have its drawbacks with people putting too much on what you see ahead of time before you actually see a person.
Oh, well, yeah, duh.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's kind of an obvious thing here, but it has a lot of not only just funny moments, but a lot of charming moments, and that's due to the leads right here, Georgina Campbell and Joe Cole. Those two are great. You know, I would even say that I would like to watch a whole movie with those two. I could see this being stretched out into something a little bit better than just a short, because you could develop things more.
Okay.
Because that's the problem with it. Again, being that it's short, it's trying to do something that was already done with the episode from last season. Do you remember San Junipero?
Yeah.
I think that's how it's San Junipero, which that one had a more satisfying emotional arc. So that's why I think that was done better. It's, you know, and you know, this is something where this was really moving. San Junipero, Hang the DJ is just it's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, if you watch in the order that I'm telling you to watch it, it's going to be a good palate cleanser from all just the depressing blackness that you've been trying to swallow. So this is one that you saw, because this is the second one.
Okay.
And I'm interested to see what you think about this. Again, remember, no spoilers. And I'm talking about Archangel. Now, this one is a drama, you know, with a little bit of sci-fi tech to it, that being surveillance apps.
Sure.
And this one's cool because I think that this technology they have in here is the one that felt probably the more plausible.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's an app, even though it's an app that's applied in a way that is not applied at all today. And I doubt seeing. Well, who knows, man? There's a lot of shit that's happening I didn't expect to see.
No, I'm just laughing. I was watching this with my daughter, with the youngest yesterday, and I was like, you know, if they had this, your mom would have had this on you.
Oh yeah, because this has a lot to do with parenting, probably overparenting.
Sarah! Sarah! Sarah!
It's completely safe.
Sure it is, honey.
You know, this one I liked a lot because, like I said, this is more of a drama. You know, it's got its ups and downs, but it's really complex with its characters. And I want to get your opinion on this. And what I mean by that is that you have Rosemary DeWitt as the mom, and her daughter played by 3 different girls, but as an adult played by Brenda Harding. You have moments where you are angry at them, and you totally understand what's going on with them too.
Hell yeah.
It's not an easy thing for either one of them, and you know, and I get it. And one person you might become particularly mad at, but you understand the intentions that are happening here.
Sure.
I thought, as far as character development, this was probably the best one that I saw.
I mean,
if you want to get down to like dramatic
of the
character
of the
development.
two, yes, it was, and yeah, it was one we watched, and it felt really plausible, and everywhere it went, it's like you said. At times, I get mad at both characters, but I understood where they were coming from.
Yeah, and the other thing with this is that it's just the direction. Did you notice who directed this?
No.
It was Jodie Foster.
Oh, right. I did notice that at the end.
Yeah, Jodie Foster came in and directed this, and you know, and she handled the drama greatly, man. I mean, it's You know, this is again, it's probably not only because of the plausible tech, but just because of the character development, where they felt like real people. This is a drama that feels like a real story. I would say that's up there as one of the best stories. Now, I know you waiting like, well, which one did I not see, man? I told you, motherfucker. Now, we get into that because
I wasn't gonna rush that.
You just looking at me like, come on, man.
No, that's not even what I was thinking.
I'm waiting now.
I've been away too long. Usually you can read me better than that.
You done told me. All right, you gonna surprise me now? What is it? Well, I'm saying that because we're not there yet. This is the one you saw, and this is one that I thought maybe it's a good one to start with, but. If you haven't been told anything about it, but if with me telling you, save this one as your next to the last one. I mean, these are ones that are taking you from being either bad or mediocre or just depressing to really getting into the stories. And this one being USS Callister. This is a sci-fi adventure comedy, and the tech theme here is freedoms and rights of digital beings. It's one of those things that question, what is life?
Sure.
If it can feel, then it deserves to be treated fairly. So
I know that was an interesting question at one time, but I'm seeing it way too much now.
Yeah. Tell my wife that too. We just got a robot vacuum cleaner.
Don't yell at it.
Yeah, that shit's replacing the dogs. The dogs don't clean. He does. She got our dogs in an apron with a broom stapled to their hands. But it's and this one, you could tell that the producers and the writers, this is the one they had the most fun with. Not only the most fun writing and the concept wise, but marketing, man. This is a Star Trek riff.
Right.
And they even did posters, mock-up posters.
I didn't even know Black Mirror was back on until I saw somebody post something with this on Facebook that made me go, wait, what's this going on? Oh, yeah, the series is back.
Yeah, they actually
it's a good way to open the series.
The way they're marketing this, and I won't say anything else about it, is that you were doing somewhat of a Star Trek spoof.
Space Fleet never turns its back on those who need our help.
3 cheers for Captain Daly. Hip, hip, hooray! Hooray!
That's a problem that they're showing this by itself sometimes, because a lot of people think they're going to get into a comedy series, and then that's just going to flip on you.
Yeah.
And you're not going to expect how dark it turns, because this one is, again, not only one of the lighter episodes, because you saw it too.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to even tell you where it goes outside of the spoof. I would just say this, that I love this one. It's a tie with the last one. And I'll tell you why, because the last one you have not seen. I love this one because they've managed to go in and make a mini movie.
Right.
They've effectively taken a 3-act structure and the elements of a blockbuster without all of the meddling of a studio, and made sort of a rated R sci-fi spoof. And but they managed to put in the 3-act structure and make it a movie, an actual film. And the reason why that's cool is because you got this nice hero-villain dynamic going on. You have a moment where you have somebody to root against, and then you have somebody that you were rooting, several people you were rooting for near the end. At least that's the way it was for me. I was really saying, yeah, man, this feels like a great action sci-fi film, but reduced down to an hour.
Right, being the complete story. Yeah, it kind of shows you how often you see a blockbuster that's 2 hours, and there's no reason for that to be the case.
Yeah,
or 2.5 hours. I can only say that for everything about this that I liked, I'm not sure how I feel about the ending.
That's one of the things about it. I love the ending.
Yeah,
and I can't say what the ending is, but
I won't say what it is. And I initially liked it, and I see why people like it, but at the same time, there was something about it that wasn't settling quite with me. And I've had some time to think about it, and I was like, that's what it was. It bugs me about
Okay,
this.
you know what? I could probably see that. Maybe it's because I was able to overlook that because of the performances.
Oh yeah, that's all great.
Oh, the performances in this are amazing, man. When I say amazing, I'm talking about for what these
they're
people
good for
have.
what they are. I mean, everybody nails it what they're supposed to be.
Yeah. What's his name?
Jesse Plemons.
I was about to call him what Corey calls him, Fat Damon.
But some people call him Meth Damon. Because he was on Breaking Bad.
Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
He has enough material here to take on a lot of range, and also just every time he comes on, man, I'm just looking forward to his William Shatner impression.
Welcome aboard.
Some like, that dude is smooth, man.
Walking with his swagger.
Yeah, he had that swag and everything. You know, I really liked that, man. I had a lot of fun with the performances, but.
And that the main girl in this, Christine Milioti, I think is her name.
Yeah, Milati, Christine, who's from I Met Your Mother. Her performance was great. She commanded the screen mainly because you were hypnotized by them big ass Chihuahua eyes.
Yeah, I know. I kept thinking, wait, who has bigger eyes, her or Alita?
Her. Yeah. And you don't have to put CG on that. Right. It should have just cast her.
Because when she first came on the screen, I thought they were using CG to make her eyes extra big. But as I kept watching scene after scene, I was like, no, wait, let me look her up online.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I know. James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez are looking at it like, God damn, we spent all that money on it to put big eyes on this girl. Shit, they could have put in that Tim Burton movie too. Right. She's like one of them big-eyed children growing up, man. But she's gorgeous though. She's beautiful and she's really funny. The way her character takes her arc through the show is actually surprising. So I really like that. I guess that brings us to the last one right here. Some people say this might be the best one. It's tied with USS Callister for me.
Okay.
And that one is Black Museum. And this one, it's not what you think, man, because I thought the same thing, too.
Because they just opened one in D.C.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be the Blaxploitation episode. Because it's got like a black lead in it and everything. But Black Museum, for starters, is probably the most compact one.
Okay.
With a lot of storytelling. It's a sci-fi thriller, horror, and a comedy all wrapped up
everything in one.
Everything in one. The tech theme here is the digital afterlife and the transference of consciousness. You know, do you really have to die? Can your quote unquote soul be digitally transferred to something else? But there's a lot of other things going on here that you cannot tell from looking at the trailer that they put up for it.
What is all this stuff?
Authentic criminological artifacts.
There's a sad, sick story behind most everything here.
You never say no.
That one has even little bits of gore in there too. It's it's a lot of things in one, and you probably wonder how it fits all that. I'm not going to tell you how it fits all that. I will just say, and this is probably a hint. The reason why I love this one is because this feels like an EC horror comic, in a way. Even though it has a lot of genres in there, the reason why I say that is because you have one dude like that serves as a crypt keeper type, telling all these stories. Instead of everything followed by a pun, he has some like smart ass comment to make, and some false sentiment about all the things that he has there, which is as he said, a criminology museum. This is it also has moments of it that was written by Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller.
Oh, really?
The reason why I say this last is not only because it's the best, I think, along with USS Callister, but you almost have to watch it last. You can't watch it out of order, or else the effect will be lost.
Oh, so you have to watch this as the last episode.
You have to. The reason why is because it's full of references to other episodes in this season and other seasons, and it just has tons of Easter eggs in it too.
Okay.
Without spoiling too much right here, this is their attempt to unify some of the stories, kind of make a Black Mirror universe out of them. And so you see artifacts in there where you're like, I remember that from that thing back there.
Yeah.
And it really makes it one of the most fun to watch. And as I was saying, with this, it's also very efficient because it's able to fit so much into an hour story. Not only different genres, but different emotions. It goes from being funny, scary to just plain funny to just heartbreaking.
Okay.
And when I look at that, I thought, wow, it's you put all that in there, and still, like USS Callister, at the end, it makes you want to cheer. Like you actually are rooting for something to happen. You know what I'm talking about. And the reason why this is so good, besides the story, you're going to really like these characters, man. The guy that I was telling you about, that's the crypt keeper type, that's Douglas Hodge. He plays a character called Rollo Haynes. And he is like the crypt keeper if it was written by Tennessee Williams in a way.
Sure.
Because he got this draw, "Welcome to my house of horrors." It's and that's another Brit too, taking our fucking jobs. But he's really good in that role, man. Got a lot of charisma, and you're gonna go through the ringer with him. The moments you're gonna really love him, or moments you're gonna hate him.
Okay.
And the girl in this, Latita Wright. She plays the character Nish, and she's the one that really ends up owning this near the end.
Okay.
It really does become about her. As I said, save this for last because that's where the big payoff is going to be, and where it goes, you're not going to see it really coming, and it's going to depress you for a little bit at first, but near the end of it, you're going to be on the edge of your seat, like, yeah, this is juicy right here.
Okay.
So yeah, see, brother, I told you, saving best to last. Now I expect a report when we come back from
see, it makes me wonder because, okay, I haven't seen that one, but the two behind it I've seen. So those first three. Should I? I mean,
yeah. You know, what I would do is go and watch Crocodile and get that out the way. Just get it on out the way. Watch some of the others again, so you can actually, get your spirits back up and work your way to the end of it.
Okay.
And you're gonna have a satisfactory viewing party with this. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Trust me, Martin. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
That's what friends are for. You just be quiet and sound. Let somebody tell you something. Quit rushing me. Damn, boy, I know why my daddy was mad at me. But just shut up, sit down, let me tell you something. But are you enjoying what you're seeing so far?
Yeah.
I'm eager to hear what you think about it when you come back.
Okay.
And we're eager to hear about what you guys think about it too. So feel free to send us an email about it. You can send us a comment on our website, or you can send us a comment minus the racism on YouTube. Appreciate it. Like what you just asked for, of course. Technology in full effect.
That's part of the policy with YouTube.
Yeah. Make an episode about that. YouTube comments.
You can send a comment that says, like, sorry, not racist enough.
Yeah.
Try again.
The N-word that wasn't there.
You just start filling in words.
YouTube comments just drove me into a mental asylum in a straitjacket.